This video is a quick demonstration for how to set up Acknowledge to send two separate trigger outputs at the beginning of data acquisition. In this case, we have connected a cable from the analog output of the UIM100C and feeding it back directly into channel 1 of the UIM100C. We've made sure there are no other channel conflicts on channel 1 of the UIM100C. In this example, we are going to set up the acquisition parameters for a sample rate of 10,000 samples per second, 1 second acquisition length. Under setup channels, we have enabled channel 1 to acquire and plot values, and again this is the channel that's simply showing us what is the output of our trigger signal that's coming from stimulation port 0. Then we have to go to setup stimulator, and here we see the way it's set up. The stimulator sample rate has to be the same as the acquisition sample rate, which is 10,000 Hertz. Then we have a 10 volt, this could be also a 5 volt or any amplitude that you wish. A 10 volt pulse that goes on for 1 milliseconds at the very beginning of the data recording. So as soon as we press the start button, there will be a 1 millisecond pulse sent out at 10 volts. Then we wait 9 milliseconds, and of course we can vary these intervals. And then we send another 10 volt pulse with a duration of 1 millisecond. Okay, and the data will be recorded here back into the system, but instead of sending it back into the system, we could be sending to another equipment that is waiting to receive these trigger pulses. So let's start a recording. Overwrite data. Okay, we've recorded 1 second of data. We'll auto scale it. Here we have the 2 pulses. Let's change the time scale so that we're looking at only 10 milliseconds per division. And now we see the first pulse and the second pulse. Of course, the exact timing here and shape of these pulses will be determined by the sample rate. The higher the sample rate, the more accurate the representation of these pulses will be.